Lecture 8, Setting up a Small Business Enterprise. कंटेंट फॉर द कोर्स। ये सभी कंटेंट हम आपके साथ डिस्कस करेंगे आने वाले अपनी वीडियोस में। व्हाट दिस कोर्स वुड इंक्लूड। इस कोर्स में आपको 20 वीडियो लेसन्स हैं और हर वीडियो लेसन के साथ एक आपको केस स्टडी भी दी गई है जिससे आप और अच्छे से उस टॉपिक को समझ पाएंगे। Content for Session 8. In this session, we will discuss about setting up a small business enterprise. Second, selection of the type of an organization. Let's discuss introduction. Small business has played an important role in Indian society. It practically furnished in almost all corners like Calcutta, Surat, Madras, Bombay and penetrated into the roots of Indian soil. Gradually, small business became the source of spreading civilization to all four corners of the then known world. Now let's discuss the steps for starting a small enterprise. Location of enterprise is concerned with the least cost location, so that again transportation cost can a crucial element in the location decision. A German economist, Alfred Weber, derived the theory of industrial location in 1999. In the early part of the Industrial Revolution, factories developed in the area that were already producing manufactured products or goods. These were the places where woolen textiles produced in farmhouse or farms that reared the sheep. The shift was from the farmhouse to the mill in the same area. By chance, many of these textile mills were on coalfields, so that when the shift from water-powered to steam coal-powered mill occurred, the transition was the same place. The same thing happened as steel production was shifted from the local field to the coal-powered mills. Now let's discuss the steps in the detail. There are various steps for starting a small enterprise. First is assumption, second, raw material or market site, third, material index, fourth, need for enterprise location. First, exemptions. Following are the various exemptions in this contest. There is an uneven distribution of natural resources on the plain. Raw material are concentrated in specific sites. Second, the size and location of market are given at fixed point on the plan. There are fixed location of labor where wage rate are fixed and labor is immobile and unlimited. Fourth, the area has a uniform culture, climate and political system. Entrepreneurs minimize cost of production. Sixth, perfect competition exists. Seventh, cost of land, structure, equipments, and capital do not vary regionally. 8. There is a uniform system of transport over a flat surface. Next is raw material or market site. In the first instant, we consider whether to locate an industry in the raw material or market location. If there is no weight loss or weight gain in production, you can site your factory at either location because the transportation costs are the same each way. Next is material index. If the product is a pure material, its index will be 1. If the index is less than 1, the final product has gained weight in manufacture, thus favoring production at the marketplace. The weight gain is most likely to come from the addition of ubiquitous materials like water that we can expect to occur anywhere. Such a product would be drinks, software, or beer, where a small quantity of usually dried material are added to water and bottled to make a much heavier and more fragile final product. Let's discuss the need for enterprise location. The need for plant location arises under the following circumstances. First, whenever a new enterprise is to be established. Second, in the case of established enterprise, the need of enterprise location arises when expansion, decentralization, and diversification is undertaken to meet the increased demand for its product. Third, when the existing factory is not in the position to obtain renewal of the lease. Fourth, whenever an undesirable location is to be abandoned. Fifth, when the tendency of shifting the market, depletion of raw material, changes in transportation facilities, new processes requires a different locations are observed in the factory. 6. When a new branch or branches are to be opened for increasing the volume of production or distribution or both. Under need of enterprise location, let's discuss the steps in enterprise location, that is selection of region, selection of locality or community, selection of exact site and selection of an optimum site. Now discuss the steps for starting a small enterprise. That is, first, analyze yourself and your objectives. Second, data with yourself for new ideas. Third, consult publications and agencies. Fourth, date with yourself for a decision. 5. Choose a line. 6. Decide on form of ownership. Either it is sole proprietorship, partnership, cooperative company, or private or public company. Last, decide whether to purchase a ongoing concern or start a new one. Selection of the type of organization. Total four types are there, that is sole proprietorship, joint partnership, limited liability company, and corporation. Let's discuss all these in details. First, sole proprietorship. Sole proprietorship is a business form which has no separate legal business entity from its owner, run by one or more person, wherein the owner is personally liable for debt and liability. What are the features of sole proprietorship? First, no separate legal business entity. Second, simple. Third, carried on by person or persons. Basic needs of sole proprietorship are business name, business location, DBA certificate if so required. Let's discuss advantages and disadvantages. First, advantages. Easy establishment, cheap, easy record keeping, no assets, bifurcation, full control and ownership stake. Disadvantages of sole proprietorship are unlimited liability, competition, difficulty in raising money, owner's death equal to business death, heavy burden for big businesses, bank account is must. Selecting a business entity, that is joint partnership. A partnership is a relationship existing between two or more persons who join together to carry on a trade or business. Advantages are greater opportunity for business, tax advantages, a simple form of business, and disadvantages are potential for conflict between partners, unlimited personal liability, legal liability, and lack of continuity. Limited liability company. Let's discuss this. Limited liability company is a US term
wherein the member of corporate structure are not responsible or not liable for debts and obligation. It's a type of unincorporated association requiring articles of organization to fill within the state. Various features of this is separate entity, limited liability, tax erase, simplicity, and flexibility. Creation. How limited liability company is created. That is, choose a legal business name, file article of organization and pay fees, create an operating agreement, publish a note, obtain license and permits. Let's discuss the advantages and limitations. Advantages: pass through income taxation and flexibility, fewer regulation and less paperwork, single person can start an LLC. Now let's discuss the limitations. Liberalization do not attract investors, confusion as to responsibilities, self-employment tax in some states. Now let's discuss corporation. Corporation is group of persons or organizations who are authorized to act as single entity separate from its owner, recognized as such in a law. Now let's discuss how to form a corporation. First, choosing a business name, checking the availability, registering a DBA, doing business act name, appointing directors, file articles of incorporation, mention the corporate by law, draft a shareholder agreement, conduct the initial BOD meetings, stock insurance, acquire permits and licenses, registered with the IRS, Internal Revenue Service, and local agencies. Various features of corporations are separate legal entity, double taxation, easy capital acquisition, management, dividend, limited liability, ownership, perpetual existence. Let's discuss the advantages of corporation. First, limited liability, easy transfer of ownership, easy capital acquisition, taxation rate more than personal tax rate, benefits to employees, no effect on company existence on death of member. What about disadvantages? Let's discuss the disadvantages of corporation. First, double taxation. Second, government interference and regulation. Now let's discuss the preparing of an action plan or plan of action. Once you have selected a specific product or decided to establish a business unit, you will have to prepare an action plan or plan of action. You will have to decide in advance each and every step you are going to take in the connection till it's starting functioning. It will be helpful in avoiding delay at the initial stages of the business. Now let's discuss the following steps. First, nature of business. Our first decision is to taken about the nature of the business. To decide about the nature of business you want to launch, you have to consider the following factor. First, whether the business would be profitable, how much capital would be required, what would be the degree of risk, whether there would be a sufficient market demand for the goods, and whether there would be an opportunity to grow or expand. The above factors will help you to decide which line of business you can successfully pursue. Next point is choice of form of organization. A small business may be organized as a sole proprietorship or a partnership firm. Advantages and disadvantages of the both of the firms will be considered and then decision will be taken.
As a sole proprietor, you must have a full authority in managing the business and will entitled to get the entire profit generated. But then you also have to bear the entire risk. In the case of partnership, there will be the others to share link and contribute among capital and help in management. But then the profit earned will also be distributed among the partners. Third point is financial planning. A business cannot be started and run without sufficient amount of capital. Capital is required to buy fixed assets like land, building, machineries and equipments. Capital is also required to buy raw material and meet day-to-day expenses of the business like salary and wages, electricity charges, telephone bill, etc. Fourth is location of business. Where to establish a business is also to be decided in advance. It primarily consists of decision regarding the choice of locality and selection of site. Next point is physical facilities. Decisions have to be taken regarding plant and machinery and equipments to be provided for the business. Building and other physical facilities like water and power supplies, transportation, etc. The factors that may affect the decision in this regard are the size of business, technique of production to be used, availability of funds, etc. Now let's discuss the next point, that is plant layout. After selecting the machinery and equipment required, it is necessary to decide about the installation in a proper manner. This is called a plant layout. A good layout makes the operation efficient and economical. Next point is manpower and raw material. The number and type of employees to be appointed have been estimated and decided in advance, and the process of the recruitment, selection and training duly planned. Last point is production process and operation. The whole production process is visualized and the various activities involved in it is operation are to be planned well in advance.
I am Sheena and
I'm Ananta.
and we are your representatives for Postgraduate Government College for Girls, Sector 42. And today we are about to take you on a journey where you'll get to meet the young budding entrepreneurs of our college. So come on, let's get started.
I am the first female music producer of Punjabi industry, and I got this tag 2 years back ago in 2021 on 3rd July. It was a big day in my life as I released my first debut song and I got positive comments.
So let's meet our first entrepreneur. Please introduce yourself.
This is Harnazit. I am the first female music producer of Punjabi industry.
Hi Harnaz, nice to meet you. अच्छा, तो आपसे सबसे पहला सवाल पूछते हैं, अगर आपको अपने आप को एक शब्द में डिस्क्राइब करना हो तो वो शब्द क्या होगा?
That word would be artistic, because music is an art and मैं म्यूजिक का काम करती हूँ तो artistic.
मतलब आप प्रोफेशनली म्यूजिक परस्यू करते हैं, राइट?
Yes.
तो आपको ये कब रियलाइज हुआ था कि मुझे म्यूजिक में करियर बनाना है, या मतलब म्यूजिक आपकी इंस्पिरेशन है, मुझे उसी में काम करना है, तब आपने ये डिस्कवर किया?
मैं 5 साल की थी जब मैंने क्लासिकल म्यूजिक की ट्रेनिंग स्टार्ट कर दी थी लेनी. देन मैंने प्रोडक्शन सीखी एंड देन ऑफिशियली इन 2021 आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग.
तो रिसेंटली मतलब यू वर्क्स एज ए म्यूजिशियन. अच्छा, तो जब आपने काम किया, जब आपने अपनी फर्स्ट जॉब की, तो क्या फीलिंग थी, कैसा फील हो रहा था आपको अंदर से? नर्वसनेस थी, एक्साइटमेंट थी, क्या था? आई वॉज एक्साइटेड बिकॉज मेरा फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट आना था, 3 जुलाई को वो रिलीज़ हुआ, तो आई वॉज वेरी एक्साइटेड एंड उस दिन मेरा बर्थडे भी था। तो आई फेल्ट वेरी ब्लेस्ड दैट ऑन दैट डे आई रिलीज माई फर्स्ट प्रोजेक्ट। और जब उस प्रोजेक्ट का आपको फ्रूट मिला, जब आपको सैलरी आई आपको फर्स्ट, तो कैसा फील? इट वॉज अ ब्लेसिंग बिकॉज हर एक इंसान को खुशी होती है जब उसकी फर्स्ट पे आती है, एंड फिर हम सोचते हैं कि हम उसे यूटिलाइज कैसे करेंगे इन वॉट एवर वेज वी वॉन्ट। तो और आपके पेरेंट्स, उनको कैसा लगा जब हमारी बेटी अब काम कर रही है, कमा रही है, तो कैसा फील हुआ उन्हें? उनको बहुत खुशी हुई बिकॉज मेरे फादर की ये ड्रीम थी कि मैं म्यूज़िक इंडस्ट्री में आऊँ एंड एज अ म्यूज़िक प्रोड्यूसर वर्क करूँ। तो ही फेल्ट वेरी ब्लेस्ड एंड मेरी मदर ने बहुत स्ट्रगल किया मेरे साथ, तो उनको भी बहुत खुशी हुई। इमोशनल भी हुए वो कि मतलब फर्स्ट पे आई है एंड मैं अपने डिसीजंस खुद ले सकती हूँ, आई एम दैट मच मैच्योर एंड इंडिपेंडेंट नाउ। तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था वो जो मुझे फर्स्ट पे मिली। ओके और आपके पेरेंट्स का ड्रीम था कि आप है ना म्यूजिक प्रोडक्शन में आगे करियर बनाओ, तो ऑब्वियसली आपको सपोर्ट मिलता होगा अपने पेरेंट्स से। हाँ जी, बहुत सपोर्ट किया है। तो कैसे, मतलब वो आपको कैसे मोटिवेट करते हैं डेली कि बेटा शाबाश, यू डूइंग ग्रेट? क्या उनकी स्ट्रैटेजी होती है? आपको नेगेटिव मोटिवेशन होता है या पॉजिटिव मोटिवेशन? पॉजिटिव मोटिवेशन होता है, थोड़ी बहुत ही डांट भी पड़ जाती है जब आई एम नॉट रेगुलरली वर्किंग, तो वो तो चलता है ना, इतना तो पेरेंट्स है तो ऑब्वियसली। तो मतलब यूजली पहले काम जब मैंने स्टार्ट नहीं किया था तब मेरे को ज़्यादा टाइम क्लासेस में लेके आना छोड़ना, मतलब वहाँ पे अपनी लर्निंग जैसे प्रोसीजर मेरा चलता रहा। देन उसके बाद जब आई स्टार्टेड वर्किंग, तो यूजली मतलब स्टूडियो का काम ऐसा है कि रात को ज़्यादा हम काम करते हैं, तो पापा जैसे ही काम से व्हेन ही इज़ फ्री, तो रात को हमें प्रॉपरली सिटिंग देनी है काम को, हमने डिस्कस करना है अपने फर्दर जो हम प्रोजेक्ट्स पे वर्क कर रहे हैं। मतलब बहुत पॉजिटिव रिस्पॉन्स रहता है और मोटिवेट करते रहते हैं। अगर कुछ स्ट्रगल्स भी, तो बहुत स्ट्रगल्स सही है, चलता रहता है। तो माई फादर ऑलवेज मोटिवेट्स मी कि कोई गल नहीं, छाड़, रिलैक्स, सब हो जाएगा। दैट्स अमेजिंग। वी आर वेरी हैप्पी फॉर यू हरनाज एंड रियली प्राउड ऑफ यू। वी विश यू द बेस्ट ऑफ लक डूइंग ग्रेट इन योर लाइफ। थैंक यू सर।
Describe yourself. I am a jewelry maker. I make art that will remain newly forever.
Okay, so can you share a moment, a best moment, proud moment?
For me, my proud moment was that when my parents recommend my family that I will make jewelries and please make sure that buy from me.
How did you start this business?
I started jewelry making as a hobby in year 2020, and it gave me motivation that why not sell it through my Instagram page.
Okay, so आपके पेरेंट्स इस बिजनेस को लेकर सपोर्टिव है?
Yes, my parents are supportive towards my work.
Okay, thank you, Bharati.
Designer. I have been designing dresses from 3 years. Actually, my mother was a tailor and I used to see her from very younger age and it became a passion.
Okay, so it's time to meet our third entrepreneur. Let's have your introduction.
Hello, my name is Jaspreet Kaur and I'm a dress designer. I've been designing dresses from past 3 years.
Okay, hi Jaspreet, nice to meet you and you've been working in some creative arena. तो बताइए आपको कब ये रियलाइज़ हुआ था कि मुझे ड्रेस डिज़ाइनिंग को अपना करियर बनाना है?
Actually, my mother is a tailor and I used to see her from very young age and I've been wondering that how a simple piece of cloth can turn to so fashionable thing. So I started learning at very young age when I was in 6 or 7. So
और आपने अपनी फर्स्ट ड्रेस कब डिज़ाइन की?
एक्चुअली इट स्टार्टेड लाइक कि मैंने अपनी ड्रेसेस खुद अपने लिए डिज़ाइन करना शुरू किया। मैंने अपने सारे कपड़े खुद के लिए बनाना शुरू किए एंड पीपल वर गिविंग सो मच रिव्यूज़ दैट आई ऑल्सो वांट टू डिज़ाइन माई ड्रेस फ्रॉम यू एंड तो ये स्टार्ट मेरा 8th तक हो गया था.
ओके. और प्रोफेशनली आपने कब ड्रेस डिज़ाइन किया, जब आपको उसके लिए आपको इम्पोर्स किया गया?
It was I guess 10th.
Then standard.
Yes.
Wow, that's so young age. तो और जब आपकी फर्स्ट ड्रेस से आपको फर्स्ट सैलरी मिली, आपने क्या सोचा कि अब मैं कैसे अपना काम आगे बढ़ाऊंगी, इस सैलरी का क्या करूँगी, क्या फीलिंग?
I gave it to my mother.
Oh,
Actually,
that's so sweet.
she's the one actually I'm loving the most in the world. So
Your mother must be so proud. We are very proud of you. तो अच्छा, let's ask you a question. अगर आपको कोई इंटरनेशनल ब्रांड दिया जाए जो कि आपको लगता है कि थोड़ा मेरे टेस्ट के अकॉर्डिंग मोल्डेड है, तो इन दोनों में से आप कौन सा ब्रांड को ओन करना पसंद करोगे? राल्फ लॉरेन या फिर क्रिस्टियन डियोर?
Christian Dior, of course.
क्रिस्टियन डियोर, ओह दैट्स आई लाइक इट. और आपका ब्रांड एम्बेसडर कौन होगा?
It's me, of course.
Oh my god, that's even better. Okay. So it was really nice meeting you, and we love your work. We are very proud of you and we wish you the best.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's meet our last entrepreneur. Hi.
Hi,
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine too. So can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Himanshi Saini. I'm a freelance content writer, a videographer, a graphic designer, and I also do like little bit content strategy and digital marketing as well.
Oh wow. So how did you start with these?
Actually, I started at a very young age because I was 16, and I recently got an opportunity to serve as a content writer for GoDaddy, which is a leading website domain who provides domain to international clients and domestic clients as well.
Okay. So who's your role model?
My role model and my inspiration is my mom because she is the lady who's unstoppable in her life. कुछ भी हो, she never gave up. She is like unstoppable in every second of the moment. वो बहुत बार ज़िंदगी में फेल हुए हैं, but every day she started her a new journey. So she is very inspiring for me, and she is the real motivation I believe in.
Great. So can you share your proud moment?
Okay, so the proud moment in my life was when I was selected as a junior editor for the Times of India. I was there selected and as a junior editor, and I cracked the interview and they hired me as an intern for 2 months.
Okay, good. So are your parents supportive? Like वो आपके जो भी आप बिजनेस वगैरह करते हैं या जो भी वीडियोग्राफी एंड कंटेंट राइटिंग उसमें आपके पेरेंट्स सपोर्टिव है आपके साथ?
Yes, for sure. My parents are very supportive. Every time वो मुझे push देते हैं कि you should excel in this field. आप अपने box से बाहर निकलो. There is a world to explore, and I am very grateful for them because इतना supportive होने पे कुछ पेरेंट्स राज़ी होते, कुछ नहीं होते because they know that we are girls and we cannot go out. But उन्होंने मेरे पे ऐसे कोई restrictions नहीं लगाए, so they have been very supportive from the very first day.
Okay, good. और आगे अब जो भी यंगस्टर्स होंगे उनको आप क्या कहना चाहते हो, क्या मोटिवेशन वगैरह देना चाहते हो, जो भी अगर कंटेंट राइटिंग या वीडियोग्राफी में जाते हो उनको क्या बोलना चाहते हो?
Okay, so उनको मैं यही मैसेज देना चाहूँगी that the field you are working in बहुत ज़्यादा सैचुरेटेड है. देयर आर लैक्स ऑफ कॉम्पिटिटर्स, बट जस्ट बिलीव इन योर सेल्फ, बिलीव द सर्विस, बिलीव इन द क्वालिटी you are giving, and you will excel in your field. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.